and not technologies that will enable them to enhance their capabilities significantly. We want them to use America. We just don't want them to catch up. And what we've seen in other industries, whether it's drones, they'd like to do this in automotive. They've done it in rare earths and critical minerals. We've seen them gain the technology, scale the technology, and then use unfair trade practices and drive American businesses out of business, which affects our workforce in the United States.
Well, let me ask you about one other aspect of this. There is much talk of China offering greater investment in the United States. You've been a skeptic of that as well, although the president has loved announcements from other countries that they are investing in the United States. What advice would you give President Trump on that?
My hope is that we will continue to work with like-minded allies. You know, we're in the 250th anniversary of our Declaration of Independence, where we celebrate endowed by our Creator with rights, and the government's job is to basically enforce those rights and human dignity. China is very different in that regard, where the government basically dictates to the people what they can and can't do. And so I think it's important that we partner with like-minded allies, investing in this country, building those relationships, and continue to have a trade relationship with China, but recognize they have a very different worldview and actually are undermining our interests around the world.
Does that mean you don't want China's money, at least not as an ownership stake in the United States?
I think it's important that we maintain our lead, we maintain the control of our own destiny. And we've seen, like in the rare earth elements and different critical minerals, where they're willing to leverage whatever advantage they have for their own political agenda. And we don't want to be vulnerable. We want our supply chains to be resilient, not dependent on China. So whether it's critical minerals, whether it's medicines, we want the United States to have that supply chain resilience.
Representative John Molinar, thanks so much.
Thank you.
The federal government has
Grand Wednesday morning. I'm out doing my errands, as you can see. And as always, I'm listening to talk radio. And on talk radio, they're talking about, I'm getting my mocha this morning from my favorite mocha place, Minute Coffee, on this errand. As usual, today's conversation on talk radio is about the president going over to China for a trade negotiation meeting. And we have to realize, we have to think outside the box as to what's going on right now with China, Russia, and this Iran war. The Iran war is part of the whole small plan. The Iran war is actually a war that's actually about the big global tariff war with China, which is the biggest one in this big terrorist war the United States has had with China, and Russia. What Trump is trying to do with this Iran war is he's using and controlling Iran's oil output, because Iran has the third biggest oil output in the world, from what I understand, and China is one of Iran's biggest customers. You hear that? China is one of Iran's biggest customers. So by Trump going in and getting rid of Iran's top leaderships, destroying them, and getting control of the oil output of Iran, he's hurting China. So that's what he's doing. He's controlling their oil output and everything. So, and that's what's going on. And it's all about global power and the big AI war also with China. China has become the biggest producers of goods in the whole world. They produce a lot of goods for us, which is actually not good. It's bad. It's actually bad if you think about it. I can go on and on about this, but I'm not. I'm going to go in here and get my mocha. Then I'm going to go charge my Tesla. And I might come on again if talk about what's going on with the Iran war, China and Russia, the global war, as I charge my Tesla up and they have some more talk radio on that I want to share with you guys. You guys have a nice day. Get outdoors. Detoxify, get in your gardens, your homestead, your farms, and keep your mind open what's going on in the world, y'all. Just like Wayne coming to y'all as I do my errands this morning, as usual. And I hope you guys have a nice Wednesday morning.